In the heart of Prince Edward County in Brighton, Ontario, lies a hidden gem. This is Timber Ridge Golf Course. Welcome to the first hole. A relatively wide and short par 5, the opening hole at the ridge sets you up to begin your round on a good note. Your first decision of the day will be in your approach. The hole is very much gettable in 2 shots for the longer hitter, but your direct line to the green is protected by 2 large trees in front and a variety of bunkers. If you choose to lay up, it might be best to place your second shot to the left and leave yourself a short wedge into the most difficult and undulating green on the course. The second hole is a welcoming par 4, featuring rolling hills and bunkers down the left and right. The landscape invites you to grip it and rip it, but the challenge will be in the approach, with the green separated in 2 distinct sections by a large spine running from back to front. Success will depend on you finding the correct section of the green. The third hole is the first par 3 at Timber Ridge, and it can be a challenge, particularly from the back tees. With the tee deck being located to the right-hand side of the hole, the front water hazard and greenside bunker become very much in play. Your best bet is to play to the center of the green and let your putter get to work. The fourth hole at the ridge is a long straightaway par 5, with thick forests left and right surrounding this timber tunnel. Going for the green in 2 is a definite risk-reward shot, with emphasis on the risk. Laying up is a good option, but not an easy one. The difficult green complex that awaits your approach is the great equalizer. The fifth hole at Timber Ridge is a short dogleg left that carves into the Prince Edward County landscape. The more aggressive player can take a bold line off the tee, cutting off much of the hole and leaving a short approach. The safer, more common method is a layup off the tee to 100 yards or so. Put your wedge in your hands and try to knock it close. The sixth hole at Timber Ridge is the start of the toughest 2-hole stretch on the golf course. It's not an extremely long par 4, but the tee shot is as demanding as they come, with the landing area sandwiched tightly between a fairway bunker on the right and a large tree on the left. The perfect tee shot will leave you somewhere between 100 to 150 yards in. Take care on the approach. The green framed by a daunting 3-wing bunker and separated into 3 distinct subsections. Finding yourself in the same section as the flag is a must. The 7th hole is ranked as the most difficult hole at the ridge, and it will offer up all you can handle. Playing 428 yards from the back tees and straight uphill, a well-struck driver is a must. The green is also one of the more difficult complexes on the course, once again separated into 3 distinct sections like the previous hole. Get a par here, and you will almost certainly have gained strokes on the field. This is the par 3 8th hole at Timber Ridge. Time to catch your breath after the tough 6th and 7th holes. Time for some relief. A simple straightforward wedge into one of the more subtle greens on the golf course. Don't miss the green. Don't find a bunker. You might bag a birdie. The 9th hole at Timber Ridge is an uphill par 4, bending slightly to the right. Not an overly long hole. A well-placed tee shot offers another opportunity to get a stroke back. With the green separated in 2 sections by a large spine running back to front, a well-placed approach into the correct section can offer up a great chance at birdie. Welcome to the back 9. One of the more unique holes at Timber Ridge is the 10th, an aggressive dogleg left over a creek, offering the player a tough decision. Go for it and risk not clearing the water, or lay up and leave yourself 150 yards or more for your approach. A layup is the best play for the shorter hitter, but be sure to leave your ball on the right side of the fairway. Timber on the left, lots of sand, premium on placement, and focus. This is the 11th hole at Timber Ridge, a wide, welcoming par 5. This is an opportunity to swing for the fences off the tee. A good drive gives the player a chance to go for the green in 2, but be sure to remember that there is much more room to the right than there is to the left. Keep it in play, keep it out of the fescue, and avoid the greenside bunkers. And there is little reason to consider heading to the 12th with anything more than a par. This is the 12th hole at the Ridge, a beautiful par 3 that bends slowly and steadily to the left. The hole calls for a gentle right-to-left ball flight into a long green. Club selection is key, as even a green in regulation can leave you a putt as long as 80 feet from front to back. One of, if not the most picturesque holes at Timber Ridge is the 13th, which gives you the feeling that you're sitting atop the rest of the golf course. A downhill tee shot into a rolling fairway sloping heavily to the right. A well-hit, well-placed tee shot is a must. Then your approach is key, likely from a side hill angle into one of the tougher greens on the golf course. The bridge at the Ridge to the 14th hole. A straightforward par 3 to the naked eye, but the challenge comes in the form of club selection. With the hole playing a deceiving amount uphill, those that don't add an extra 10 yards will find themselves short of the green, possibly with a tough shot from that large front greenside bunker. Say hello to the 15th hole at Timber Ridge. Very much a risk-reward hole from the tee. The 15th is a par 5 dogleg left. The longer hitter is going to be enticed into cutting off a significant chunk of the hole by taking their drive over the left side trees, or possibly trying to hit one that travels hard right to left around those trees. Anyone that succeeds will find themselves with a much shorter approach. Those that don't will be kicking themselves for taking the risk. As always, fairway is a good play, so depending on your round, you've got decisions to make. One of the most challenging holes at Timber Ridge, the par 4 16th, demands an accurate drive into a narrow landing area. The approach is one of the most challenging on the course, with the terrain sloping away from the green on every side. Your best play is to take dead aim for that center of the green. Take your par and run. Possibly the most fun and unique hole at Timber Ridge, the 17th is a short par 3 that plays straight downhill, about 15 yards shorter than the posted yardage due to the slope. A well-struck short iron should give any player a good chance at putting a circle on their card. Miss the green, and you might be needing some short game magic. Time to head home. An excellent finishing par 4. The 18th hole at the Ridge is a gentle dogleg left, heading down into a valley before quickly rising uphill to the green. A driver off the tee into the gully will leave you the shortest approach, but possibly the most difficult. Straight uphill, likely less than a full swing. A better method for most players is a tee shot to the 100-yard marker. Let your wedge go to work. It's a beautiful finishing hole, and when your round is over, a perfect spot to grab a refreshment, take in a sunset, or enjoy the clubhouse fire pit, so you can plan your next visit to Timber Ridge Golf Course.